What's up, guys? Sports Snippets, Dennis Sullivan. It is a Thursday night, the 3rd of October. I am a day or two late here because I want to share my thoughts on Monday Night Football between the Miami Dolphins and the Tennessee Titans. Before I do get started, you do like the content this particular video, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe as well to my channel. That would be 110% awesome. I think last time it was 125% awesome. Maybe I was getting a little carried away with that particular request. But nonetheless, it would still be important to me. So, yes, I have some thoughts on Monday Night Football. In a way, I did procrastinate this video. I have to admit, a day or two. Combination of me just trying to get, some sort of verbal game plan going for what happened in week 4, plus the fact that baseball postseason started. Okay, I was a little distracted, and to be honest, I still am a little distracted because I love baseball and I like watching the playoffs slash postseason. But anyway, Dolphins would hang in there the first half and wind up getting actually blown out on Monday Night Football, 31-12 at home to the previously winless Tennessee Titans, led by none other than Mason Rudolph. Because if I'm the Titans, that's my guy. Until I see consistently better play from Will Levis, who does have good talents. He just hasn't put it together as of yet. Mason Rudolph is my guy. And you probably are listening to this more for the Dolphins, and I'm going, trust me, to touch on them. But Rudolph played pretty well, and they did win the game. I mean, he wasn't spectacular. He threw for 85 yards, but he didn't turn the ball over. Levis threw for 25 yards, only 4 pass attempts. It goes 3 for 4, but then he throws an interception. Tony Pollard was very good. He rushed for 88 yards on 22 carries. That'll get you 4 yards a carry and a touchdown. Spears would rush for 39 yards and a touchdown. So the running game was better, much better for Tennessee. Even Calvin Ridley added a 10-yard carry, and Levis carried twice for 5 yards. Neither team had much receiving. I'll touch on the stats there in a minute, but when it comes to Huntley, guys, I gotta tell you, man, I'm not going to be that negative though on Tyler Huntley for one main reason. When he was on the Ravens, he didn't play spectacular when given the opportunity, but he played decent in his starts. He did start a playoff game too, don't forget, that they lost, but he threw for 200, and I don't know the exact number, but he threw for 200 yards. It's not like he played that bad. He did lead the team in rushing, which doesn't say much though, with 40 yards on 8 carries, and he did have a rushing touchdown. But really, guys, if we want to really put this under the microscope for 1 second, the reason why Huntley looked very uncomfortable and he was inefficient was simply because he's only on the team for barely 2 weeks. He's had hardly any time to get used to the first team offense. I mean, he had a little time, but it looked really how it's going to look most of the time. It's not common for a quarterback just to come right over to a team and right away click and gel and mesh. A lot of what the Dolphins do are timing patterns. Tyreek's a lot of timing patterns. He's a catch and run guy. Waddle is a little bit more down the field, and then thrown to the backside of the backfield. Tua had his timing down with the offense through obviously repetition, experience. Huntley's not there yet. I do expect to see a better performance, though, on Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern against the also 1-3 New England Patriots, and that's a huge game. That's a huge game. The loser of that game will be in last place in the division. The winner's 2-3. The winner goes to 2-3. You're kind of back in the hunt here a little bit, somewhat, sort of, kind of. And really, guys, other than that, it was a painful game to watch, no question. Jalen Wright carried the ball 9 times, only 32 yards. The Dolphins had trouble running the football. They tried to get Tyreek involved in the running game. And he would have he would have 3 carries, 19 yards, but he did have 3 carries, Tyreek. Achane, 10 carries, 15 yards. That's not going to get it done, but I mean, we can't really look at Achane and just blame him. He was getting bottled up and he didn't have much room to maneuver, really. The receiving stats for the Dolphins, I'll just go through a couple real quick. Waddle and Hill, Tyreek and Waddle, they both got involved, if you noticed, on the opening drive right away. And then they just faded out into the sunset. Waddle, 4 catches, 36 yards. Tyreek, 4 catches, 23 yards. So if I were to tell you Waddle and Tyreek are going to combine for 59 yards receiving, do you think we're going to win that game? No. Achane would contribute in the passing game, 3 catches, 14 yards. Tanner Connor, 2 catches, 15 yards. I mean, Malik Washington, 1 for 8. So, I mean, it wasn't much. Titans had Tyler Boyd. He did all right. 2 catches, 31 yards. They were kind of the same, really, guys. The Titans, they didn't really dominate it. Neither team threw the ball very well at all. DeAndre Hopkins, 2 catches, 31 yards. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, 2 for 20. Trevlon Burks, 1 for 10. Not much. Just not much. Just so I'm not leaving anyone out here. We had Chip Okonkwo, a catch for 5 yards, and Calvin Ridley, that only had a catch for 5 yards. He's good. Josh White, 1 for 5 as well. I mean, they didn't do much either, neither team in the air. So it was very defensive-oriented game. Not an easy game to watch, especially if you're a Dolphin fan. I do think brighter days are ahead for Huntley if we keep him in. I know he's going to be starting week 5. We keep him in there for a few more weeks. He'll probably, come on, I mean, in week 5, he's got to play better. I know he's capable of it. He'll have more time with the first-team offense. He'll be more used to the flow of the offense, the timing, the reps, all that good stuff. So let me know what you think, guys. 1 p.m. Sunday, that's the 6th. Let's make it happen, Dolphins, on the road in New England. Let's get it done. Move the record to 2-3 and just go from there. Let me know what you think. I'll talk to you soon, and bye for now.